Hello friend, in today's lectures we are going to discuss about the O-ring beam when it's subjected to uniform distributed load, and also it is when subjected to combined uniform distributed load and the point load. Let's see its first numerical. In this numerical, O-ring beam is subjected to UDL of 10 kilonewton per meter having the span of 8 meters. A and B are the supports, so we say that RA and RB are the support at point A and B respectively. So first we have to calculate its reactions RA and RB. So RA and RB is equal to, we may say RA plus RB upward forces is equal to downward forces. That means downward force is only UDL 10 kilonewton per meter rate is given and span is 8 meter, so it becomes 80 kilonewton, say equation number 1. Now take the moments about point A or B. So here I am taking the moments about point A and equate with the 0. So start from the right to left. In that case, RB into its distance up to the point A is 6 meter minus UDL rate is given 10 into 7 by 2. Why we have taken 7? 6 plus 1. This span we are considering A to C, and AD span is left hand side of the point A. So here plus 10 into 1 by 2. So after doing these calculations, we will get the value of RB, which is 40 kilonewton. Put this value in equation number 1. Again you will get here RA is also 40 kilonewton. So reactions at B is equal to 40. RA is equal to also 40. Now calculate its shear force calculations. So for that, to calculate the shear force, our first step is to decide its sign conventions. So we are considering downward force positive, upward force negative. So according to this, C point is the end point. So we say that shear force at point C is equal to 0. Between the point C and B, there is a UDL is acting at that point. So in that case, shear force at point B and C is equal to, rate is 10 into span is 1. So it becomes 10 kilonewton. At point B, 40 kilonewton is acting. So shear force at point B is equal to 10, but it is acting in upward direction, so minus 40. So this becomes minus 30 kilonewton. Again between the point B and A, there is a UDL. So we have to write shear force between the point B and A is equal to minus 30 plus UDL rate is 10, its span is 6. So again it becomes 30 kilonewton. Then at point A, shear force at point A is equal to 30 and minus 40 because it is acting in upward direction. So minus 10 kilonewton. And last span, AD span, where again UDL is acting. So we have to write shear force between the point A and D. A and D is equal to minus 10. UDL is acting in downward side. So plus 10 into span is 1 meter. So is equal to 0. So in this way, we have to plot its shear force diagram. So bending moment at point C is 0. At point D also bending moment 0. At point between the point C and B, which is 10 kilonewton, that is positive value. This becomes 10 kilonewton. And at point B there is a UDL, so we have to join by inclined line. At point B it is minus 30, so this becomes minus 30. Between the point A and B there is a UDL and shear force is 30 kilonewton, so we have to join by the inclined line. At point A it becomes again minus 10, so this comes in downward side, so minus 10. And lastly at between the points A and D it is 0, so this negative, positive, negative and positive shear force diagram. So this shear force diagram changes its sign convention at point E. So we have to calculate its positions of the zero shear force point, which indicates the maximum bending moment in the bending moment diagram. So if we say that this distance is x, I am considering this distance x, E to B, and so to calculate that distance x we have to consider the span EC. So right here, to calculate or to find distance x, consider the span EC only, span EC only. So in that case I apply the equilibrium condition, that is summation Fy is equal to 0. It means upward forces is equal to downward forces. So in that case upward force is only RB and downward force is 10 and its distance is 10. This x plus 1 meter. So 10 in bracket x plus 1 meter. This is the UDL rate and its span. So after solving this you will get the value RB, you will get the value of x. Now RB is equal to 40 is equal to 10 x plus 1, therefore x is equal to 3 meter. So this is the position of zero shear force point. So this E point is called as zero shear force point. Now next step is to calculate its bending moment. Bending moment. So for that bending moment at end point, bending moment is always 0 because force into distance will be 0, so that we may say that bending moment at point D and bending moment at point C here will be 0. Both are the end points. Is it right? Now start from the point right to left. Our first point is B. So take a bending moment at point B. Bending moment at point B is equal to, start from this UDL rate is 10. It is coming in downward side. So our sign conventions, downward we are taking considering negative, upward positive. In short, anti-clockwise positive, whereas clockwise direction negative. So 10 minus 10, its span is 1. It is acting at its center 1 by 2. So that becomes minus 5 kilonewton meter. Our next point is E. So bending moment at point E, consider this span only right hand side, E C span, and start from right to left. So minus 10, span is 4 meter, this 3 meter and this 1 meter, it becomes 4, and it is acting at the center, so 4 by 2 plus RB acting in upward side, so moment will be anti-clockwise, so plus RB into its distance 3. So here minus 10 into 4 into 2 plus 40 into 3. So bending moment at point E will be 40 kilonewton meter. Now our next point is A. Moment at point A is equal to UDL rate is 10, distance up to the point A is 7, it is acting at its center, so 7 by 2 plus RB means 40, its distance up to the point A is 6, which is minus 5 kilonewton meter. Okay, so we have to plot its bending moment diagram. At point C, bending moment is 0. At point D, bending moment is 0. At point B, it is minus 5. At E, which is 40. Again at point A, which is minus 5. UDL is there, A to D UDL, so there is a curvature. Between the point A and B, again there is UDL. So this point we have to join by the parabolic curve. Here also parabolic curve. In this case, we are getting 2 points of contrafactures. One is, we may say this point is F, this point is G. There are 2 points of contrafactures. These 2 points we may say point of contrafactures. So here we have to locate its dimensions. So this dimension we may say here, that is a y side. This dimension we say it is a y from the right hand support. Okay, so to calculate the distance y, to find out distance y, we have to take the moments about point here F point and equate with the 0. To find distance y, or you may say to find out the position of point of contrafactures, take moments, summation moment about the point F and equate with 0. Equate with 0. So in this case, minus this span we have to consider minus 10, because moment is coming in clockwise direction, and its distance will be, this distance we consider, this is y. We have written in this diagram also here y, here I have in lower diagram y, this plus 1. So 1 plus y, it is acting at its center, so 1 plus y by 2 plus moment due to this reaction RB 40 into its distance y is equal to 0. Solve these equations, you will get here y is equal to 0.142 meter. Now in this numerical, if we observe here at both sides it is a symmetry, so this dimension is 0.142 meter. Similar way, this dimension also 0.142 meter, because it is a symmetry. This dimension also y in that case. Let's see the second numerical of overhang beam. A overhang beam AC is given of a span of 15 meter, in which 1 kilonewton per meter and 1.6 kilonewton per meter UDL is acting, whereas 8 kilonewton and 4 kilonewton point load is acting. In this numerical, we have to solve the shear force and bending moment diagram, and also we have to locate its point of contrafactures. Now let's see this numerical. RA and RB are the reactions at point A and B respectively. To calculate the reactions RA and RB, first summation Fy is equal to 0. It means upward forces is equal to downward forces. Then first start from this. 5 is the span and UDL rate is 1 meter, plus point load is 8. Next point load is 4 kilonewton acting in downward side, plus 1.6 into its span is given 2.5. So you will get here RA plus RB is equal to 21 kilonewton, say equation number 1. Now we have to take the moments about point A and equate with the 0. So moment about the point A and equate with 0. So RB is going from anti-clockwise direction. So for anti-clockwise, our sign convention is positive, and we are going to calculate the moment from right to left. Okay, so first I am taking this RB into its distance up to the point A is 12.5, and then next I am considering this UDL. Due to that UDL, moment is acting in clockwise, so minus sign we have to consider 1.6 into 2.5, and it is acting at the center of this point span. So 2.5 by 2 plus 2.5 by 2 means it is acting at the center, and its distance up to the point A is, this distance is plus 12.5 minus next point load 4 into its distance up to the point A is 7.5 minus next point load 8, and its distance 8 into distance is 5 meter. Next UDL again minus 1 span is 5, it is acting at this center, 5 by 2 is equal to 0. After solving this, we will get the answers, that is RB is equal to 11 kilonewton. Put this RB in equation number 1. So we will get again RA is equal to 10 kilonewton. So RA is equal to 10 kilonewton and RB is equal to 11 kilonewton. Now next step is shear force calculations. For that, downward force is positive, upward force is negative. We are going to start from point C. Shear force at point C is equal to 0. Then between the point B and C there is a UDL, so we have to write shear force between the point C and B. UDL rate is given 1.6 into span is 2.5, which becomes 4 kilonewton. At point B there is a reactions. Here you may say upward force is acting, so you have to write here shear force at point B is equal to 4, RB goes in upward side, so minus 11, so it becomes minus 7 kilonewton. Between the point B and D there is no load, so we may directly take shear force at point D is equal to minus 7 plus 4 is equal to minus 3 kilonewton. Again next point is shear force at point E is equal to minus 3. 8 kilonewton is acting in downward side, so again we have to write plus sign 8, so it becomes plus 5 kilonewton. Between the point E and A, UDL is acting, so again we have to write here shear force between the point E and A is equal to 5. UDL rate is given 1, its span is 5, so this becomes 10 kilonewton. And our last point, shear force at point A is equal to 10 kilonewton. It is, you may say, just right side of point A, and at left side 10 minus 10 it becomes 0. Okay, so now we have to plot this diagram. Shear force at point C is 0, here also 0. Between the point C and B, which is 4 kilonewton, so this become 4. UDL is acting, so we have to join by inclined line. At point B it becomes minus 7, so here minus 7. Between the point B and D there is no load, so horizontal line, or you may say straight line, minus 7 at point D, which is 3 minus 3 minus 3. Between the point D and E there is no load, so horizontal line is there again, minus 3. Again it is added, so at point E it becomes 5, so 5 kilonewton, and lastly it is 10 at point A. there is a UDL, so we have to join by inclined line. So this complete positive diagram. Here this negative, this positive. This complete shear force SFD, shear force diagram. Now let's see the bending moment diagram. Okay, so first we have to decide its sign conventions. In this sign convention, downward force is negative, upward force is positive. Okay, so at bending moment at point C and at point E will be 0. So we may say summation of moment at point A is equal to 0, or you may say some moment at point C is equal to 0, because moment is equal to force into distance. Here distance will be 0. That's why moment at point A is equal to 0, at moment at point C is equal to 0. Next point is our B point. So we are going from right to left. Now we are taking the section at point B. So at the right hand side there is only UDL is acting. It is acting in downward side. So minus sign 1.6. Its span is 2.5. This becomes a load, UDL load, and it is acting at its center of the span. So 2.5 by 2. So it becomes minus 5 kilonewton meter. Next point is D. Now we have to take the sections at point D. If I say the section at point D in this manner, so right hand side I am getting RB and UDL only. So first I am considering that UDL minus 1.6 into 2.5. This becomes a UDL. It is acting at its center, so 2.5 by 2, but we are taking the moments up to the point D. So here we have to add plus 5 plus 11 kilonewton. That moment is anti-clockwise 11, and its span is distance up to the point D is 5. So this becomes 30 kilonewton. Bending moment at point E, bending moment at point E is equal to, now next sections in that side, first UDL 1.6 into 2.5. This becomes UDL. It is acting at the center, so 2.5 by 2, but we have to take distance up to the point E. So this distance become 5 plus 2.5. 5 plus 2.5, it becomes 7.5 plus RB, that is 11 kilonewton, into its distance up to the point E is 7.5 minus this point load 4 kilonewton, and its distance up to the point E is 2.5. So after calculating this is 37.5 kilonewton meter. 5 kilonewton meter. Okay, or you may calculate at point E from left hand side also. How we have to calculate it? Just I am showing here. In that case you may say RA into this distance is 5 minus UDL rate 1. Here UDL rate 1 into 5 into 5 by 2. So value of RA is 10 into 5 minus 1 into 5 into 5 by 2. Again your answer will be same, that is 37.5 kilonewton meter. Okay, now we have to plot its bending moment diagram. So bending moment at point C is 0, at point A it is 0, at point B bending moment is minus 5, bending moment at point D, that is 30, at point E which is 37.5. Here UDL is acting, so we have to join by parabolic curve. Between the A and D there is no load, so by inclined straight line. Again between the point D and B there is no load, again inclined line. But at point B and C there is a UDL, so parabolic. So this positive, this diagram negative. This diagram is positive, this diagram negative. But here this diagram changes its sign convention at this point. So this point is known as point of contrafacture. This point is known as point of contrafactures. Point of contrafactures. And now we have to locate its distance. So in that case, if we say the projector take distances up to the low diagram, so this side we will say this dimension is y, a b c d. Here I say this point is f, or yes, here also I am showing this the dimension y, and we have to locate the y. So to locate the distance y, we have to take the moments about the point f and equate with 0. So take moment about point f and equate with 0. Equate with 0. So in that side we may say summation moment of f is equal to 0. Now we have to take the moments about point f, and we are going to consider the span fc. Okay, so is equal to, it start minus 1.6 UDL is acting, its span is 2.5. this become a UDL, and UDL is acting at its span 2.5 by 2, but we have to take distance up to the point f. So 2.5 plus y, 2.5 by 2 plus y plus RB is acting 11. Its distance up to the point f is y, and we have to equate with 0. So after solving this, here you will get here y is equal to 0.714 meter. So this is the location of point of contrafactures. I hope you understood this numerical, and in this numerical how to calculate its point of contrafactures. Okay, thank you.